Well, TBR it is on 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM in Pietermaritzburg. And as we get through this morning, live on Facebook already, and the reason for that is the rain last night was absolutely damaging to certain places around Durban. So this morning, got a call from Superintendent Raouf very, very early this morning saying, Michelle, we need to get our traffic updates on as soon as possible. So here we are this morning with traffic, and we need you to pay a lot of attention because there's a lot to take note of. If you haven't left home just yet, take a minute and listen out to this morning's traffic update.
This traffic update is brought to you by Audi Centre Newcastle, a member of the Docrat Group.
Breakfast rush traffic.
Right, let's find out what's happening on the roads in KZN, in Durban and surround. Superintendent Raouf, assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah, but I think a lot of people on the roads are going to be worried this morning.
Well, the weather turned a bit nasty last night at about 11, and it continued until this morning, until about 4:30, 5 o'clock. So there's just some warnings for you to be to take note of if you're on the road this morning, please. Mm-hmm. Just make sure you reduce your speed, increase your following distances, switch on your headlights, watch out for contraflow traffic in certain places. Just exercise caution around construction areas because all that loose sand, has now washed onto the roadway. So be careful of that, please. M4 southbound, as you come from Westbrook, that's Tongat area, you got a mudslide on the M4, so that's creating a big problem there. So be aware of that, please. M2 southbound, just before Westwood Mall, traffic at a standstill. Now, this is due to 2 vehicles are stuck in the water. So just approach with caution. Don't try and drive through water, please, because some of your vehicles are low and you're not going to be able to get through the water. So just be aware of that. M7 going towards the bluff. You've got between Darwell Road Bridge and the N2, lots of water running across the road. All 3 lanes, different parts of the roadway, whether you're going westbound or coming eastbound. Remember, if you hit that water at the speed, you're going to start aquaplaning. And if you aquaplane, you're not going to be able to control your car. 9 times out of 10, your car will probably overturn because you're going to get excited. So just slow down, drive slowly. If you go through the water, just drive slowly, please. M7 and M2 intersection. Now, if you're heading towards Pinetown westbound, you got to truck the jackknife facing oncoming traffic. So the truck is facing towards the bluff, but it's on the westbound carriageway. N2 south between Higginson Highway and the old airport. And this is near the Lamontville area. Lots of water on the freeway. 3 lanes obstructed. Water is subsiding, but still lots of water in the vicinity. Now, the bad one this morning is you're taking the off-ramp from the M4 or the N2, taking the Mlazi off-ramp. That section of the road under the bridge where you're entering Mlazi is underwater completely. So I've just seen I'll send the video to you, Nishal, and you can see how hot the water is. If the cars are driving through the water at the door level, in fact, a little higher than the door level, so guys, don't attempt to even go to the water because your car is not going to make it through and you're going to get stuck in the water. You're going to have a problem. South Coast Road and Reunion, that intersection flooded completely as well. Just make sure you stay away from it, please. Mlazi, Mega City, as you're coming towards the Sipingo, you got a landslide. Now, the bank has slid all across the intersection. It's creating a major problem. Now, you got a couple of accidents now on Mangosuthu Highway between Prince Msheni Hospital and Mega City. Heading towards Mega City, you've only got 1 lane that's running at the moment, so that's creating a problem with traffic coming out of Mlazi this morning. So just be aware of that, please, because you're going to have lots of issues now this morning with traffic all over the place. Now, from earlier on last night or earlier on this morning, there's reports that were coming through of Overport, West Road, at the bottom of West Road, lots of water standing flooded that area as well. Sanya Road, Edwin Swales at the bottom, same thing, is flooded. Quarry Road East was underwater last night or this morning. Water subsiding, but still, water is quite bad. Even Corridor West near Flatty Road, that section also underwater. Argyle Road, lots of water running down. Argyle Road because of the hill. Springfield Road coming down Argyle towards the beach. Water still running because remember, your drainage is not big enough to take the water. So all your manhole covers are popping up and the water is running down the road as well. So be aware of that. Brickfield Road, as you go towards the NC, that section underwater as well. It might be subsiding now at the moment. Umgeni Road, lots of sections underwater, even the Grable area as well. Gladys Manzi Road, that section as well underwater. Just be aware, the Orient School, Girls High, that section of the road, you're coming on Sydenham Hill. You're going to have lots of debris on the road due to the water coming on Sydenham Hill and also water standing in the area as well. So just be aware of that, please. That's your first update.
Thank you very much, Superintendent Rauf. Much appreciated. We'll catch up with you a little bit later on the program. So on my trip this morning, noticed as you're turning in from Umgeni Road into Alpine Road, on Alpine Road yesterday, the construction crew were doing a little bit of tar digging and retarring and all of that. Unfortunately, there's debris on the roads on the left lane. So Umgeni into Alpine, as if you're driving into Overport, the left lane all the way up to Cope Road. There's debris on the road. There's a lot of water coming down on that left lane as well because those drains are clogged. So you got to be careful. Saw poor fella drive into a big piece of just loose tar on the road. Probably damaged his vehicle suspension. So be careful. Umgeni into Alpine as you're coming up toward Cope Road, the left lane all the way through from Umgeni up to Cope. There's a lot of debris on the roads on the left-hand side. Be careful there. Rafiq says Edwin Swales just before Hyundai, left lane and middle lanes are flooded. Be careful. You do that. You send us your messages if you're on the roads right now. Tell us where, tell us which direction, tell us what the problem is, and we'll get that message out to everybody at the moment. If you're traveling down the N2 southbound, heading from Umhlanga down to Spaghetti Junction near the Umgeni Road off-ramp, vehicles are turning around. This is now southbound. Vehicles are turning around and trying to go back and then turn around, make a U-turn, take the Umgeni Road off-ramp. So the roads this morning are going to be crazy. You slow down. You put your lights on. You make sure your seatbelt's on. Open your eyes and drive to arrive alive. It's your breakfast rush. We'll try and get you more traffic as often as possible on the show. Remember, our traffic's coming straight through from Metro.
This traffic update is brought to you by Audi